Can you say hello, Mom? Yeah, I should just yell. Okay. Okay, so listen and clap really loud for me, okay? Yeah! My mom really likes football, so I went to the bar to watch football to unify, and while I was there I realized I don't really like football, I like poetry. And so this guy was sitting across from me, and he was trying to hit on me in this retarded way, and he said something, and then I stopped writing what I was writing, and I wrote this. So I haven't read it all the way through yet, but this is going to be interesting. Mom, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Fuck yeah. Okay. All right. Somebody told me that poetry is an echo asking the shadow to dance. Fuck that! Poetry is like a punch in the face from the only truth you've ever tried to escape. Poetry is like finding out the thing you love the most doesn't even exist. Poetry is the body slam of resistance. In off the rope ringside sits a kick to the face of what you thought you knew about yourself. Poetry is looking at yourself naked in the mirror. You don't have to like it. You just have to do it. Poetry is the ripples that create tidal waves off coastlines you'll never visit. Poetry is like standing in a crowded room full of people that don't speak your language and screaming until the vibrations sink into a unified agreement. Poetry is the only thing that ever really felt like home to me besides hip-hop. Fuck it. Hip-hop is poetry.
That's right.
The only thing that ever really made sense. The reason all my English papers got A's and all my math assignments got D's. The reason I stay up all night when I should be sleeping. The reason I spend long hours in noisy coffee shops and silent libraries. The reason I keep pens and notebooks scattered in every room of my house, in every purse, every reachable space in my truck, every inch of my life. Poetry isn't a love to be tamed. It's a mistress you long for, a desire you carry with you in every breath, an insatiable urge to do more than exist, or at least let it be known that you lived. It's not red roses and blue violets, it's bare metal verses and barbed wire kisses. It's the invisible beast that grows within and takes over your hand mid-sentence like, yo, hold on, man, I gotta write this down real quick. Poetry. The reason my room is littered with bar napkins, painted in black ink, a barely recognizable script since I was afraid I'd lose it so fast I literally had to expel the idea out of me. I gave my hand whiplash. Poetry is a landmine in an unsuspecting field, dangerous and powerful in the eyes of the timid and comfortably numb, a wake-up call to those sleepwalking through life. Poetry is the greatest sex you've ever had.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I tie you to the bed and kiss every inch of your soul kind of foreplay. Poetry is that bruise under your skin you can feel forming, pulsing, aching to break the surface. It's a head-on collision with no seatbelt. It's a dead end where your home is supposed to be. It's the poison that sinks in before you know you've been bitten. It's an unsolved equation. It's every face that passes without a hello. Every ex that looks like everything you never wanted. It's fear. It's rough. It's the taste of blood in the back of your throat. It's that perfect day that replays when everything else falls apart. It's a hole in a war hall. It's a scream in a riot. It's the only thing that speaks up when everything else falls silent. It's that picture in the back of your closet you just can't throw away. It's that number you never dial but you stare out when you feel weak. It's smashed mementos and ripped yearbooks. It's raised fists. It's self on the surface. It's fading and it's permanent. It's envisioning a living beyond what you witnessed and wrapping it in past experiences. It's a Christmas list to God. I want this. I've been good, I swear. It's air. It's life force. When you get on this mic, you are naked. A bare soul. An open heart. Poetry is the most beautiful vulgarity I've ever loved in public. Poetry. It's just a fucking pile of words. Perfectly placed to form eloquent sentences that illustrate the soul's every desire and intensify fear and cowardice. Poetry, my friends, is a dirty, dirty whore. You don't take it home to mom. You hide it in notebooks and scream it at strangers. Poetry has the ability to stop tanks, to change minds, to make even the vapid feel. Poetry is my weapon of choice, my blade to cut the grasses and expose the snakes. And even if my pieces never reach 1,000 minds, if they help me connect to you in this technologically, emotionally distant society, if we connect over this, then poetry, my friends, is the only thing that matters right here, right now.